Hey guys, it's me. Welcome to another start of a weekly reading vlog. It is Monday, um, April 22nd, and this will go through April, what's that make it, April 30th, into the month. So stick around to see how my weekend reading has gone. Hey y'all, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel, Ifra's Inklings. Today is Monday, it is about 9:45 and I am currently headed to a memorial service for a friend. I've been listening to Sadie this morning as I got ready. So yeah, I just wanted to check in this morning and I will check in with you a little bit later. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it is Monday night. It's a little after 7:20 to be exact. I am finished with my workout. It was a shit workout. There was a couple of weights that I didn't do, and I didn't do my cardio like I should have. I'm just not feeling it, and I couldn't push through it. I don't know if it is I think it's probably a combination of a lot of things. I ate pretty shitty today. So my energy level's kind of blah. I didn't sleep well last night, so that doesn't help anything. I don't feel well. And my heart hurts. And I'm just really sad. You know, I know a good part of that is probably from Kenny's memorial service today. You know, I'm just weary. We lost such a good man today. Well, we lost him last Tuesday, and listening to these people that talk about and share stories about a person that I've been friends with for 33 years who isn't here anymore, and a good deal of my childhood memories are all involve him. He was one of the neighborhood kids that I grew up with and played with, and he's not there anymore. You know, he's not here to tease me about growing up in the same house, and because his mom bought the house from my mom, and so that was his thing. We grew up in the same house, even though I was 7 when we sold it, and he, you know, he lived in it a lot longer. His next door neighbor was a really good, was like a brother to me, and so I spent lots of times over there because his next door neighbor was my mom's best friend. And so Nicholas and Joey were like little brothers to me. And we lost Nicholas in Iraq in 2005, and every May, on the anniversary of his death, Kenny would send me a message, and we would reminisce about childhood stuff, and now both of them are gone. So I know that that's probably weighing on me with my workout today. And then this book, Sadie, I didn't realize what the subject matter was, and I wish I had known that, because it's a subject matter that's really difficult. It's just hard, and I can't do it today. I'm almost done with the book, so I'm at 89%. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't think it's going to end well, but I'll be glad when it's over. It's book club book. It's the one I picked. Book club is at my house on Wednesday. So we've got that going for us. Yay. But, so Wednesday's gonna be difficult to talk about this book. But I think I'm just gonna go get Jillian, and I'm gonna go home. And, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe crawl in bed and just cry, because that's what I feel like doing right now. So, tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another workout. And we'll just go from there. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's me. It's just before 10 o'clock on Monday, the 22nd. Today's been an emotionally draining day. I've already talked about that a little bit. But I did finish Sadie by Courtney Summers, and my God, that book. I gave it 5 stars. I definitely recommend listening to the audiobook version of it because it is a full cast and it's mixed media. You've got the podcast in it, and it just brings so much more to the story than just reading the transcripts of the podcasts would. Probably the best audiobook I've ever listened to. If you can get past the subject matter, I wish that there were trigger warnings, or I wish that I had seen the trigger warnings beforehand, because I didn't know what I was getting into with this book. I knew that it was a sister who was looking for the murder of her younger sister, and that it involved a podcast. I didn't realize all the other nuances of the subject and what was driving Sadie to a particular person. And once that part of the story comes out, which is fairly early on, it's alluded to anyway, fairly early in the book, it is just the biggest gut punch there is. And for someone who has experienced what she is experienced, it would have been nice to know and been able to prepare myself for it. And I'm not one that usually needs trigger warnings, but man, this book was so rough, so difficult, so very well written. I can't say enough good things about it, except, you know, the subject matter is, you've got to know what you're getting into, because it was not easy. There were a lot of things that would be difficult to listen to in that, or read, or whatever. So, anyway, I know for a Monday update, this is, for the first day, this is going to be long on my Mondays. The rest of the week probably won't be as long, but I have started a new audiobook. I've started Conspiracy of Fools, which is the true story of the Enron collapse. And I think I definitely need some nonfiction right now. I think that this book is probably only going to be interesting to people like me who's in the financial world. I'm an accountant, and the Enron case was something that we kind of studied in our ethics portions of becoming an accountant and going through school. This case is brought up a lot. So I think I'll find it very interesting. But, you know, for those people that aren't in the financial world or aren't accountants, you probably wouldn't care much about the Enron case. It's a 30-hour audiobook, so I'm going to be listening to it for a few days. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's it for my update for today. I'm going to bed. I'm just emotionally drained, and I just want to go lay down and cry. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go lay down and cry. Tomorrow's a new day. It'll be a better day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's me, Jen. It is Tuesday morning at 8:10, and I'm about to go into work. However, I'm just flabbergasted by this whole Enron dealings in Conspiracy of Fools. I am only 8% into this, and already I am seeing red flags out the wazoo. I don't understand how this Enron stuff got to be the big deal it was and took down so many accounting firms in its wake, and other oil companies. It's just mind-boggling because this book starts in the early 80s, and in 1986 Enron had some outside consultants come in and look over books and do some auditing, and those consultants went to Ken Lay and was like, dude, your executives are cooking books. They have fictitious company accounts set up that they're funneling money into, and then they're funneling that money into personal accounts. Big red flags right there. So what does Ken Lay do? He fires his outside consultants, moves a couple of people around in the company, and then hires on Arthur and Anderson, which is an accounting firm that was taken down in this whole fiasco, to be their consultants and their accountants and auditors, which is big red flags right there. You can't have the same company doing your consulting that's also doing your auditing. That's conflict of interest. And the Enron implosion didn't even happen until sometime in the 2000s. I think 2011 was what they said at the beginning of this book. But that sounds too new to me, you know, that it didn't happen. I'm thinking early 2000s, but I could be wrong. I'll find out. But this is 15 to 20 years in the making here before it imploded, and they knew about it back then, and it's just mind-boggling to me. I'm finding this book very interesting. I am finding that this is finding it a little ironic, or not, maybe not ironic is the right word, but it's interesting to me that this is the fourth nonfiction book I've listened to in the last 6 weeks or so, and 3 of those 4 books take place at 1986, or at least start out in 1986. There was the Chernobyl accident in April of 1986. There was the library book that happened also the same week of the Chernobyl accident, the Great Library Fire in LA. That was April of 1986. And then this Enron stuff is 1986 is when this starts out. So I'm just something about that year, y'all. All right, that's it. I'm gonna get off here and get inside and get busy working and get back to this book because I am just enthralled. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's me, Jen. It is Wednesday night at 10:30 on the 24th of April. And so I'm at home. Obviously it's 10:30 at night. I did not go to the gym tonight. I had book club after work, and it was at my house, so I was hosting it, and so I came home and I was gonna go to the gym after book club, but I didn't because I was already home, and yeah. So anyway, let's see, what am I at? I have listened to a little bit of Conspiracy of Fools today. Still just flabbergasted at all the stuff this guy is pulling. The CFO of the company is just a lunatic, and I cannot believe that the other executives let this guy, Fastow, get away with all this stuff. And the accounting firm and the lawyers and the other banks and stuff all just were pushovers and let this guy steamroll them. And he's ultimately the one that had caused the collapse and got them in big trouble. But anyway, I don't know how far I am in the book, but I only have 18 hours left, and it's a 30-hour audiobook, so I'm, what does that make? Probably around 35-40%. So tonight at book club we talked about Sadie by Courtney Summers. 3 of the 4 of us had finished it. two of us gave it 5 stars. One enjoyed it, but I don't know what her star rating was. And then the fourth person is just having a hard time reading it due to subject matter. Had a really good discussion about it. This book is fantastic. Me and the other 5-star read person listened to the audiobook version of it, and I think that really made a difference with our experience with the book because of the way the book is formatted and stuff. So also, one of the book club members is going through her books, and she gets rid of her books often, and she asks us if we want them, and so we get first choice. And there was one I wanted. She brought me it tonight. It's the story of Edgar Sawtelle. I was eyeing this book when I went to the used bookstore the other day on spring break, but I decided not to get it, and so I'm excited to have it. I don't know anything that it's about, but for some reason I'm drawn to it, which isn't unusual for me in books. And we got our book for next month tonight, which is going to be Thunderdog, which is a true story of a blind man, his guide dog, and the triumph of trust by Michael Hingston. And this is a blind man who was in the towers right before they were hit on 9/11, World Trade Center towers. For some reason I couldn't think of what it was called. So it's a memoir, but that's our May book, so I'll be reading that in May. I think right now I'm going to go to bed, and I think I'm just going to bed now and going to read on my Kindle for a little bit. If I don't, just fall straight to sleep. Tomorrow I'm working my third job after work, so I've got to get stuff ready for it, and then I'm just going to bed. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'll check in with y'all later. Bye. Hey guys, it's me, Jen, and it is Thursday at about 4:45. Just leaving the school, and I'm going to the third job because I'm working a show there tonight. That show doesn't even start till 8 o'clock, which means probably not going to get done until 10:30, 11, and then I still have to go to the gym after that, so yay. Super not excited. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and get to work, I guess. I'm going to stop and get something to eat on my way. I have been listening to A Conspiracy of Fools. I'm about halfway through the book, a little more than halfway now, and I'm still just absolutely perplexed. We've made it up to like 2000, so they're getting ready to go bankrupt, and the scandal's fixing to come out. So I'm interested to see who the players are that actually did the whistleblowing and how that came about. And so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna listen to some of the book, and I'm going to get some food and get to my other job. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's me, Jen. It is Saturday afternoon at 1:25. I worked yesterday, did listen to some of Conspiracy of Fools, but I didn't get off work till 1:30, so it was 2 o'clock when I got home, and then I had to be back at work at 10:30 today. And we were dead, so I was cut at 12:30 at one table. It was ridiculous. But today is Independent Bookseller Day, and Jillian's back there. Hey. We are about to head up to Russellville to the closest independent bookseller that we have here, and so I can get one of those Bukowski vinyl records. Super excited. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive, so it'll be a minute. We've got to go get gas though, and then we're gonna head up that way. I'm at 87% of Conspiracy of Fools, and everything is starting to collapse now. So all the big players, FBI, SEC, all of those people are all involved at this point. So it's getting interesting. All right, I'll check in with you later. Bye. Here we are at Dog Books. Hey guys, it's me. It is 9 o'clock on the 27th, which is Saturday night, and I'm just getting up. I came home from the bookstore and laid down and slept because I had such a migraine. I still have a little bit of one. It hurts really bad right here through my sinuses. But I wanted to show you what I got when we were at the bookstore. The name of the bookstore is Dog-Eared Pages, and look at their sack. How cute is that? Jillian got 2 books of her own, and I picked up the North American Guide, the Field Guide to the North American Teenager by Ben Philip, or Felipe. It's been showing up in my timeline, and it sounds interesting, so I decided to grab it. I have really no idea what it's about. But the reason I drove almost an hour and a half to this bookstore, that, by the way, it was the absolute cutest bookstore ever. It was in an old downtown Russellville building, and so cute, so quaint. I want to go back and explore it a little bit further when I have a little bit more time and not a raging migraine. But I picked up this Charles Bukowski uncensored. It's Charles Bukowski Uncensored Selections and Candid Conversations from the Run with the Hunted session, Run with the Hunted session. It is the exclusive vinyl LP for the independent bookstores today that Select Ones had out. I walked in and this was sitting out front, and it was the only one sitting out. So I don't know if I got the last one, but if I did, it was well worth it. I do have a record player. I don't know, it's messy over here, but where is it? That right there is an old record player, entertainment type center that was my great grandmother's. It sat in her house for years, and when she passed away, I was lucky enough to get it. It's got a record player, and it's got a radio in it with an 8-track player. It all works. The radio needs right now the button for the 8-track player is stuck, so it won't play, but I've been told it's an easy fix. I just haven't gotten it fixed. But the button just needs to be popped out. And the record player itself needs a new needle on the arm thing. I don't know what it's called. But other than that, it works. And the thing is ancient. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to get off here, eat some dinner, and probably go back to bed. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it is 12:33 in the morning. It's 4:28, so technically Sunday morning, the 28th, but it's still my Saturday night because I haven't gone to bed yet. So I was about to, well, first of all, I am at 93% of Conspiracy of Fools. I've been listening to it while I worked on some bullet journal stuff, like getting my list of chores and tasks, the things I need to complete for tomorrow down, and what videos I need to record. I wrote that all out. So I started to read this Lumberjanes, and I went to add it to Goodreads, only to realize this is the 9th book in the series. I've not read any of the other ones. So I went back and requested the first book in this series of graphic novels from my library. Of course, it will be probably next week before I get it, so I'm going to return this one and get the first one and go from there. And I am going to instead go to bed and do some reading of this book, The Rise and Fall of a Theater Geek by Seth Rudetsky. This is my April TBR Revisit book, so I want to get it read because I've only got about 3 days to do that. And I'm on page 62 of 278. So it shouldn't take too long though, because it's a kind of a quick read. If I just read it and not get, just sit down and read it, it shouldn't be too bad. So for the month of May, I'm going to try and knock out some of these books that I've started but haven't finished yet, because I think I've got like 15 of those on my Goodreads shelf. I'm really bad about starting a book and then picking something else up, or just taking forever to read it, because that's just the way I am. I get through audiobooks really quickly, but not physical books or Kindle books. So I'm going to read some of this, and then I'm going to try and sleep. I've got a lot to do tomorrow, and today was just shot. So, all right, that's it. I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hey y'all, it's me, Jen. It is Sunday night. Barely left of Sunday night. It's 11:45 on April 28th. And this is going to be the end of my weekly reading vlog. I had a migraine all day yesterday, didn't do a lot of anything. I have been in migraine hangover for most of today, so I haven't done a lot. Jillian had a Girl Scout event that we went to. It was an award ceremony where she got an award. My oldest daughter came and brought my grandson for a visit, and so I got to hold the baby and talk with my daughter when they were here for about an hour and a half or so. And then we went to the Scout thing, and then had to run by my grandma's house to pick up she bought some hams, and I have an upright freezer, so she has me store it whenever she makes bulk purchases. So she bought 3 hams on sale, and so they are now in my freezer. So I had to go by and pick those up from her so I could get them in the freezer. And then I came home and I did some laundry. I was supposed to edit, but I didn't. I didn't feel like it. So my vlog that was supposed to be up on Saturday isn't up. But that's okay. I did get all of the laundry washed, dried, folded. So tomorrow I'll have to edit my videos and put away my laundry. I'll do that tomorrow night. So that's really about all there is. I did finish Conspiracy of Fools today on audio, and I gave it 5 stars. I really loved it. It was very interesting. It was long, but everything came together really well, and it read like a fiction novel, even though it's nonfiction and a true account of the Enron case and what ultimately led to the fall of Enron and Arthur and Anderson, the accounting firm, and also WorldCom. There was, that WorldCom crashed right at the end of the Enron scandal. So it was interesting. It was long. I mean, all of this started back in the 80s, and 2002 was when I think they went to trial, or the final collapse kind of fell out. So very interesting. As an accountant, I was horrified. Just the business plan that they had, there was no business plan. And they were promoting executives that had no flipping clue what they were doing. Their CFO had no idea what he was doing, except stealing money and making himself rich. So, yeah, crazy stuff, y'all. But anyway, I also continued in Rise and Fall of a Theater Geek. I've read probably 40 pages of it. I'm now on page 86. I don't know where I started. Maybe 20 pages, I don't know. I've got a couple of days to finish this. So that is my goal, is to finish that. I don't know what audiobook I'm going to start on next, so it'll be a surprise for both of us. I did check out from my library the audiobook of Thunderdog, but it's a nonfiction, and I am kind of burned out on nonfiction right now. So I may let that go back and get something different. I just need something fluffy, I think. So we'll see what I land on. But I guess that's it, guys. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to go to bed. That's what I'm doing because I'm tired. So if you've enjoyed this vlog, you guys know what to do. Please be sure and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And be sure and leave me a comment of some kind, whether it has to do with the content of the video or if it's just a simple hello or an emoji of some sort. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next week, I will talk to you later. Bye.